Has handled it well. Feel like they're gaining confidence in knowing what they need to do for each other, playing faster and playing with more confidence.
Obviously trade away William Jackson. Are you able to provide any insight onto maybe why that wasn't the right fit there? Or, you know,
No, no. I think I'll let Coach handle those topics.
More generally, why has your five-man front been so effective this year?
I don't know. We've got five guys we like. It's just something our guys have done. It's part of our plan. We've used it effectively in several games throughout the year.
And that's something it seems like you didn't do as much before and that you have done more here. Is that just fitting to your personnel, or kind of what leads to that?
Yeah, it's just basically fitting to the personnel and the demands of playing in the league and being able to adjust and do as people present issues, constantly looking to solve them. So, but at the end of the day, it becomes how are we going to deploy the 11 guys we have and utilize the talent we have available and get our guys to understand how we do it and do it well together and do it fast and find ways to be effective.
How has Chase Young looked in the past couple days, and what does the prospect of having him back on the D-line do for you?
Look forward to getting him involved as we go. He's full of energy. He is, I guess, chomping at the bit. I mean, he's, he loves football. It's a guy that it's been a year now, or close to it, a complete year, and this is a guy that really loves to play the game. Loves being around his teammates, and so it's great to have his energy back on the field.
And what separates Justin Jefferson from almost every other receiver in the league?
A lot of talent, size, speed, athletic ability, route running, hands. He's a good player.
Have you seen Chase just kind of come along in the mental aspect of getting over the injury and just being around teammates and being still involved when he couldn't physically do much?
Yeah, I think that's certainly a part of it. For anybody coming back from injuries, is to gain that confidence, the trust in yourself and what you're capable of doing again. And so, I mean, that's part of what he's working through. But his energy has been terrific. I think he's a strong-minded guy, and he's stayed strong throughout. And he's working his way back. So, we're now practicing him, and when we get him in a position where we feel like he's ready to roll, we'll cut him loose and let him play.
And generally, when you're coming up with a game plan, like whether it's rush 4 against Green Bay or have the 5-man front against Indianapolis, how early into the week is that, or like how set are you, kind of early into? Just how does that kind of come about? Can you kind of just walk us through
Well,
your
our game
process?
plan. I mean, we it's power of the staff, I like to say, and we work at it. I mean, it begins. The guys are breaking down. The position coaches are breaking down our next opponent already, so they're working ahead in their respective areas. I don't, as the play caller or signal caller, I don't work ahead like that. So then we get together as the power of the staff, the group, working on what is best, thoughts, ideas within our system, how we do it, what we've done, what we have a boatload of information on in terms of how we've adjusted and things that we like to do, and then we like to bring a plan together and take it to the players. And so it's ongoing. We're still in the middle of it, as we get this red zone and third down day in today. It's a big day. It's a lot of work.
Coach over here. What can you say about Benjamin's growth, and how do you think he handled the challenge since you switched him to the outside?
He's done great. He's matured. He's been really good. Throughout the off season, we saw growth, and we moved him inside and didn't bat an eye, and really learned a lot. Now we moved him outside, and again, he just kind of goes about his business, doesn't say a whole lot. He's very, very professional and working at it the right way. And playing good football for us.
I would imagine you've seen plenty of Kirk over the years, just in your various capacities. Is there anything he's doing this year that's made that offense particularly go, or that's impressed you?
I think Kevin's done a great job up there. Kirk's a good player. He's been a good player for a long time. I think, you know, the combination up there has been really good for them. The right head coach at the right time for Kirk in his career. So I think he's excited about that. They're both excited about that. They're putting a good product out. They're putting points on the board. They're moving the ball. They're getting explosives. So they can run it. They can throw it. You know, the boot game and the play action game, it's legit. They look for chunks. And I just think they're doing a nice job. You know, Kirk's always been able to make all the throws.
Your defensive line has been playing better and better as the season's progressed. How much of that is with Jeff Scanina overseeing that group?
Well, Jeff has to get some credit. I mean, the group's responded well to him. We've got a good group, but they're putting in the work. You know, I mean, I think, you know, they're rushing more and more like a group, looking out for one another and awareness of each other and communicating well, and they're stout. I mean, they're strong and they're stout. So Jeff's done a good job preparing those guys each week. And you know, we brought a young guy in that ended up playing. You know, we got him from Dallas, Jr. Ridgeway, and you know, to bring him along and have him play as big a impact as he did last week in the game, you know, that's got to be a credit to the coach to get him ready. So. But the guys responded well to what Z, that's what we call him. That's what he's doing.
Probably easier to say Z than his actual last
For
name.
sure.
But in terms of, like, obviously we talk a lot about John and Duran and Montez, but those other younger guys you mentioned, Ridgeway, but Smith Williams and Two Hill and others. Yep. How much has he kind of helped them? Because they've obviously looked like they've given you guys some pretty good lift at times.
Yeah, I mean that's the task, you know. And obviously, you know, Big John and Duran, you know, have been playing terrific and played very well in last week's game. So, but the entire group are prepared to understand what their responsibilities are, and we're working well together, playing with good effort. So, and we roll them all throughout the game. So, you know, that's a big key to be able to keep guys fresh, so that, you know, when we get to the fourth quarter, we've got some juice left, and I think we've done a good job managing the reps.
Going back to Ridgeway, what does he give you? Like, you can line him up over the nose and all that. What are his strengths, and how much does his presence help you go to some of those five-man fronts against some of the teams?
Yeah, I mean that's exactly right, because he's got that size and that ability to eat up, not just eat up space, but come off blocks and make plays as well. So, you know, that's when you're playing with five, you need a guy in the middle that can do that, and he does it well. That was Big Phil's role, you know, until he got hurt. So he stepped in. We were fortunate to be able to pick him up on waivers, and added a guy that, you know, we liked in the draft coming out, and he's been a great addition for us.
And then with the green dot last week, no call, you gave it to Cam Curl. What is it about him that you wanted him to have that, and what does it say about him, I guess?
Well, he's the guy we want to have on the field all the time. He's bright. And he handled it. He was excellent. So I mean, it was easy choice, you know, for those reasons.
Thanks, Coach. Can I ask real quick, did you know about John Ridgeway before you guys picked him up? Like, had you
Yeah, we knew him in the draft. Saw him in the draft. Liked him in the draft. I mean, it was, to me, it was like we were able to, you know, get an additional pick. You know, to be able to claim him off waivers that was a good pickup. Good job by, you know, Marty and Martin and coach and all that, the guys that are in charge of that. Yep. Thank you.